Hello, everyone. Welcome to My Life Unscrewed, Season 1 reunion. I am your host, Lady Blue. Let's say hello to the MLU cast. First, I have Kashika.
Hey, y'all.
All right. And Michelle.
What's up?
Next, we have Saucy.
Hey.
And to my right, I have Ranita. And next to me, I have Chamia LaRae.
What it do?
Yes. We certainly have a lot to discuss before we get directly into things. But let's recap a little bit about the fun, laughs, and tears, ladies.
Yeah, man, I felt like I was part of Rock Nation. Like I'm Yeezy, baby. You know.
Am I the supermodel of the group?
I close the bank and I don't hear from people.
Side eye all day. Okay, so the time has come, and finally, after 3.5 years, the trial is here for this slime that murdered my husband.
I was annoyed. I had a headache. My crab cakes was fucked up. And I don't want to talk about this shit. Like, seriously?
Well, dating is not easy. Not at all.
So I have convinced them that I'm going to choose the guys for them. They didn't put 2 and 2 together that I'm gay. I don't know them not picking no dudes for no girls. This is going to be hilarious.
What the hell was she thinking?
So, Chamia, where did you come up with the idea to do My Life Unscrewed?
Well, so I started a production company, SheBe Productions, a couple years ago, and there's a lot of things that are in this brain of mine. Reality shows, scripted series, documentaries, films, etc. This is one of many projects that I'd like to bring forward and bring to market. So one of the things that I saw was there's a lot of reality TV out there. I watch it. We all watch it. But I wanted to show Black women in a positive, non-ratchet, non-backbiting, fake friend kind of way. Okay. I know the sisterhood that I have. And me and my friends, while I watch a lot of those things, we don't act like that. So I was like, well, let's show successful Black women, successful women, period, some successful real friends, what that looks like in a healthy way, in a positive way, how we support one another, how we have fun without wasting liquor and throwing drinks, because I believe that's just sacrilege.
Come on.
And doing all of that. And then, right? It's criminal. It just hurts me every time I see it. That, and then, being an independent producer who's trying to build a name, it's hard to get networks to notice you and try to really back your project, even if it's really good.
Right.
And so I just
throwing drinks.
Right, unless you're throwing drinks or all that kind of stuff. But in the era of YouTube and Facebook Live and all of that, people can really create and put their own content out every day. And so that's what we've done. It's not where we want to stay.
Okay.
But that's how it started.
Awesome. So why did you decide a web series?
Yeah, so the web series, because, with my first show, the Just Chamia show, it sat on a shelf for a couple of years, so I tried to shop it to some networks, and I didn't want to do that here. These ladies all have powerful stories that need to be shared with the world. We're all working and doing things, and so I wanted to put it out myself. That said, I'm hoping that whether it's a web network or a television network, one of them will see it and decide to back us for season 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Hello, somebody.
Amen.
Yes, amen.
Yeah, but in the meantime, one pony, or in this case, a network, don't stop, no show. We're creative, we're talented, and no matter what, we can put our own content out there and be successful as I determine success to be, not what they tell me success should look like. So that's why the web series.
Well, you better say that, sister. Hello. Everybody get an amen. So, Saucy, you've filmed other reality series before for major cable networks. What was your experience with filming MLU?
I liked filming MLU because it was with people who I'd already known. It was very comfortable for me. It didn't even feel like sometimes we had cameras on us.
Okay.
It would just feel like I was hanging out with my girls, and then like now I'm looking back like, oh, I was hanging out with my girl.
Yes.
Right. The other reality shows that I did were more focused on a particular topic, and this was just me living my life. So that was the difference.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. So before we really move into other questions, I want to share with you ladies that I had the opportunity to watch the series, and I was floored. I was honored that at the end of the day, I actually knew the women in the reality series, right? And then it was very raw. It was a very raw and authentic web series where I felt engaged. I felt like, oh, I know about that. And I remember that moment. So I had my aha moments and my moments where I actually went on the emotional journey with you ladies. So thank you for creating this space where you shared your stories.
Thank you.
Yes. So Ranita, first off, right, we just gonna move right in. So first off, congratulations. I hear that the Stair production fashion show went really well. Why did you decide to participate in the reality show though?
In all honesty, we all know I can be all the honesty. This is something me and my best friend have been saying for years. We've always been like, if somebody just put a camera on me, the stuff that come out my mouth, people would just love and crack up, you know. So when she approached me, I was like, I hope you ready. I was like, I say some stuff that I don't know you want everybody to know about. But yeah, just that, because I feel like there's people that are out there like me that are super opinionated, super, you know, think they right about everything, and you know, my word is bond type of thing, but scared to say what they really want to say. So I was like, somebody like me needs to be seen so everybody can feel, that's me, that's what I was thinking.
That's right. And I believe we'll talk about this a little more down the line in the reunion, but that's something that the viewers are getting from you. So thank you for contributing that. Yes.
Yeah, your realness.
Hello.
Ranita-isms.
Right. Sound way girl over here.
Right.
So next I have some information from Miss Kashika here. And Kashika, as a corporate, government attorney, were you concerned about what people would think, your reputation, in doing, the reality show?
I was a little concerned. I don't think that I do or say things that I should be ashamed of, though. So I think the people that know me well enough, either in a professional way or personal, they know like how I am. They know how I am. So I don't think I would have said anything that would have been a big surprise,
right?
Or somebody would have been like, "Oh my God, like I can't believe she does that," or "That's how she is."
Yes.
I'm pretty open, so yeah, I was okay with it.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Awesome. Miss Michelle.
What up?
Hey, honey. Right. So, Michelle, you and Chamia are business partners, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your role in the production of MLU?
Absolutely nothing. I tried every time she turned on that camera. I tried to stay away. No, it really and truly. She already kind of came up with the concept of the show and her vision for it. So it was really just supporting that vision, and so making myself available for the times when she wanted to, get together and film or something like that.
Yeah.
Running ideas and kind of getting some input from me on some of the things. But really, truly, this was her baby. So yeah, just supporting it.
That's awesome, and that's a great. I was just about to say that's a great friend. You have ideas, and then they help you, nurture the ideas and flesh out, the concepts. And I think that's really important. And I feel as women, we need that.
Absolutely.
We need that. That person that sits at your right and your left hand and just helps you and encourages you to actually keep dreaming. Because sometimes we stop dreaming. Things happen and we stop dreaming.
Right.
So I'm glad that you support your sister and not being stuck and helping evolve. So how do you feel about the finished product of MLU?
I was really impressed. Like, I saw it and it didn't. I don't know. I was floored. I was really floored. It was just. It was a little mind-boggling, and it was mind-boggling seeing myself on the screen. And I realized I have some issues that I need to work out.
We all do.
Michelle is hella funny. I did not know. Michelle was so funny.
But Michelle is hilarious.
But yeah, it was really impressive. It was impressive to see someone talk about their dream, do the dream, see the product of the dream.
Right.
That you can't beat that with a stick. So.
Thank you. So Ronita, you were certainly one of the most boisterous of the bunch, and seem to have no problem at all in speaking your mind. Hello, somebody. In the first episode, Chamia hosted a game night, and it was at her home. Did you play games?
I didn't even know it really was a game night.
Thank you for telling the truth.
It was more like a discussion amongst everybody type of thing.
Okay.
I think we were trying to play a game.
Maybe one game.
One game. Like, and it was. I don't even remember what the game was. It was like
type game.
Yeah. It was like it was cards, and they
Everybody
said
weighed
something,
in,
and you kind of gave your opinion or whatever. Yeah. So. Yeah, I guess.
Kind of like a charade.
Yeah.
Kind of.
It was kind of like, it was like
Table topics.
Okay. Table topics.
Yeah,
okay, so that speaks a little more to it. Right. So the game night conversation was all over the place, as you all know, yes, because y'all speaking to that right now. From politics to Cosby, marriage, rearing children, and of course, one of the favorite conversations, sex.
Right.
So Ronita, did your mom really show you how to give oral sex? Did I hear you correctly?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So speak to that,
like
please.
That's like the thing that everybody keeps saying.
Okay.
So those that are close to me and know me, i.e. my best friend Devin, because she was there when my mom taught. She taught us.
Oh, okay. So it was a class.
She
had a class.
It was normal. But everybody keeps asking me that. And I guess it's unusual, but that's my mama. My mama's like, she's a realist. I kind of said this the other day too with my fiance. I'm like, our daughter got a fat ass. You better get used to it because somebody gonna be tapping that one day. He was like, that's my baby. I'm like, no, she gonna be taking it in the rear. It's just life. So that's just
a little extreme.
That's just how I was raised. So my mom she's a realist.
Okay.
She was like, one day you gonna do this. Might as well teach you so you be the best at it. So it is what it is. She pulled out a banana, got some ice, and got it in.
What was the ice for? To be clear.
Okay.
Help us understand.
If you do it with ice in your mouth, it gives a weird sensation on the vein underneath.
That's for him. That's for him. Okay. It wasn't to keep your mouth cool because it get real hot. Oh, okay. I'm just saying. Okay.
That's strip.
Right.
But then I guess.
Right.
Got it.
Okay, we're not gonna go too far into that conversation, but we'll have another conversation about this one.
Another show.
Hello, somebody. There will be another session. Hello, somebody. So one of the debates around the table was in identifying the correct terminology for certain body parts. That part.
Yes.
Let's close the debate and put, the issue to bed.
Okay.
So,
the word.
Right. So Sister Kashika, vagina or pussy?
Ooh. So we can't say both, depending on who.
And we just said vagina or either or.
Oh, this is why it was a debate.
Do it how you do it.
Who am I talking to? That's what I need to know.
You talking to us?
I mean, when
I mean, the viewers, of course, want.
Because I may say no.
So you're
okay. Pussy.
Pussy. Okay, pussy.
I mean, it's
Look at me.
Yeah, girl. And Michelle, it's on you.
happening right
You in the hot seat, baby. Vagina or pussy? Or you call it VP?
No, I'm gonna stick with my original answer, which was pussy.
Okay,
Yeah.
pussy.
Yeah.
Pussy.
Pussy provide $100 bill.
Pussy. I put it for 1,000.
Exactly.
So, Ronita,
And
what do you call it?
And this is what's so strange, right? With me and all the stuff that I say and everything, I don't really like that word.
So, what you call it?
A vagina.
Oh, you don't like pussy?
Right.
Got
That's
it.
what I said.
Okay.
I'm with me being as boisterous and everything as I am, you see I haven't said it yet. I say vagina.
Vagina. Okay. All right.
So technical and medical.
it depends.
Saucy West, honey. Darling.
I will not change my answer. I called my bald man in the boat.
I love it. Darling. Bald man in the back. Listen, I love it. I love it. And Chamia, what you call the girl?
Well, we know that I think that the P word is very raunch. So I generally will refer to her as her, she, that thing.
Well,
Or
we
just
were giving
vagina. Well, you answer how you answer.
That-
I'm not an A or B. I'm a how Chamia does it kind of person. So
That's fine.
my path says she, her, vagina, love box.
Okay. All right.
Womb, Yoniverse, hot pocket, whatever you want to, whatever.
Whatever
But
you-
not that
okay.
P word. That's a little raunch.
So I have Michelle in the hot seat.
How you
Hello, how you doing, honey? Hello. I like that tie. I see you, baby. Looking fly. In the first episode, you stated how you frame the truth for your partner. First, how is Maddie?
Monty. she's doing good.
Mati. Okay, I want to say it correctly. How is Mati doing?
She's doing good.
Awesome,
She's doing
awesome. First, how are you and Maddie doing?
We're doing good.
Awesome.
We're doing really good, yeah.
So, are you the two of you married or?
No. Did you just say that word? No. No.
I was just asking. Hello, somebody.
What are you trying to do to me here?
I was just asking. In framing the truth, is the framing the truth lying?
Not at all. It is not. And I still frame the truth like I'm Bob the fucking Builder. I frame it all day
You better
long.
say that.
all day long.
Okay.
It is not the. This is the thing. This is the thing.
So give us a little more.
It's if you care about somebody, you care about their feelings.
Of
You don't
course.
want to hurt their feelings.
Right.
You kind of
Lie to him.
no.
Ranita.
Exactly. See,
This is the debate that we was having.
right.
that's all.
It's not. I don't see it as lying because it's not like you're. It's nothing extreme.
Okay.
But if your partner or your friend or something like, I think with a friend I'm probably a little bit more brutally honest, but with like a partner you want to kind of massage the feelings a little bit. So
No, of course. Okay.
it is what it is.
Thank you for yes. And I think that's definitely a good term for it is being mindful of their feelings. So since you said that, Kashika, is framing the truth editing or
I am all the way with Michelle.
There you
on
go.
this. All the
There
way.
you go.
all right?
I think you absolutely need to be mindful of your significant other's feelings.
Okay.
If you care about them, I don't think you'll want to say anything that's hurtful.
Yes.
But you do still want to be honest with them and tell them how you feel about
Right.
certain things.
Yeah.
Even if you disagree and see things differently, you still want to be honest, but you don't have to be hurtful.
Right.
So I agree.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Does anybody else want to speak to that?
We all know. We know.
Right.
We know.
Right.
You gonna just what?
I was gonna just let it be. Because
Sometimes that's hard.
yeah, it is. I'm trying.
It's all right. So, Rodnita, does Chamia really sugarcoat things?
Yes.
Like,
Oh.
oh,
I was waiting for the rest of the question.
like you implied she did. She
Yes.
said, okay.
I think, okay, my take on it, I understand what these ladies are saying. I really do, because you don't want to intentionally hurt anybody, and whatever. And I know I'm hard to deal with. I know, but I just don't. To me, sugarcoating, putting it in a box, little white lies. No, you don't look fat. Like, to me, that's still all lying.
Well, I don't do that. If someone looks a way that they, or whatever they say, I'm not going to tell you something that's contrary to the truth. I don't lie. I'm not going to do that. But sugarcoat, I don't think I sugarcoat anything. I'm very direct and to the point. Am I very direct and to the point?
I think you frame the truth. I think you agree with, I think that in certain instances.
I don't frame truth. The truth is the truth. But I think that am I mindful of my approach? Certainly. I'm mindful of my approach and how people feel.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, I don't sugarcoat. I definitely don't lie.
Right. I don't. Okay, so that's the thing. When you say lie, it makes people feel like I'm saying you're deceitful, you're lying. Mm-hmm. So that's not what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So like how Michelle just said, like there's levels to it, or like there's. So little white lies, like anything that is for me,
white lies, black lies, blue lies, all lies don't matter.
I wasn't suggesting lying. No, I'm not saying lying. No.
So for me, anything that's not a brutal truth, whether hurtful or not, to me is lying. Okay. That's just what it is. So I'm not a framer. I don't intentionally want to hurt anybody's feelings, but I feel like I would be doing a disservice to whoever I'm with, friend or not. Because you just made a comment too. You said if it was friends, you're a little more honest than the person that you're with. To me, that's backwards. Because if you want to stay with that person for the rest of your life, you should treat them better than you treat your friends. Because that's why friendships last and relationships don't. Because we put friendship in this whole little like walk on eggshells type of, situation. So for me, right. So for me, I just don't under no circumstances. And if I just so happen to hurt your feelings, I always try to make sure that it's not with bad intent. I just feel I within myself, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I felt like I didn't say exactly what I felt or said exactly.
So I agree with what you're saying. I agree with what y'all are saying. I think that if you take a step back from it and take it outside of the context of relationships, whether it's friendships or romantic relationships, and just look at how you approach people overall, I think we all do. Right. Certainly if your kids come and ask you a question, and a lot of us are mothers and things like that, or aunties or cousins or whatever, if a kid comes and asks you something about what's going on in Syria, now you're not going to just lay out the whole political agenda of everything that it is, because you're editing it for their young mind, their level of understanding, their sensitivity and things like that. You're not going to give them an adult response at 5, or something like that. So in that, you are tailoring your response.
But I don't.
But you do.
For kids?
I've seen you do that.
Everything that they ask me, I tell them. That's like
I'm not saying don't answer, but you do tailor your approach for your children.
But if my child came and asked me about Syria, I would tell them what I know. I don't know a lot about that because I don't watch politics. But now when Waleed came home the other day and said, "Mommy, what's sex?" I told him, men have a penis, women have a vagina. They put it together. You rub to have a good feeling. Like I told them what sex is.
I was about to agree with you for a second there. So you got to the rubbing part.
Right. But, but that's just me.
But even so I'm saying using that example, you did totally answer the question.
Right.
You did answer the question, but you answered it in a language that's for kids. So a man has a penis, a woman has a vagina, and they put it together and they rub it in.
Right.
That's not how you would. You don't say those words, but you would have explained it differently to someone who's 19, to someone 21,
absolutely,
a friend of this, that, and the other. I see everyone does.
So you just mean like I wouldn't be like, well, I don't say dick and pussy though. So it's like
it's not about that. Yeah.
So it's the words, because I don't know. I don't.
It's the words and the approach for the audience.
Right.
It's just like you go out to, or you do your event. Certainly there's things that you say to people that behind the scenes that you're more candid, but you have one of your vendors come up to you who you want to do business with again and again.
Right.
You're not going to sit there and spill to them about how this is messed up or that is messed up or we're going to do whatever. Right. That's not their business.
Right.
Not at all.
While all that has everything going, everything is fine. Everything is good as far as they are concerned.
Right.
But in the general, is that lying?
Right.
No. It's just giving them.
That is. Because
we get that.
If it's really not fine and you say it's fine, that's lying.
But if it's fine in
Whether
the
it's
context
framing the
of
truth or
them,
however you
but if
say
it's
it.
fine in the context of those people over there, your stuff is fine. They don't need to know all this over here, what's going on behind the scenes of this, that, and the other.
But what all I'm saying is, to me, it's cut and dry. To me, it's if it's not telling the truth, which is this person didn't pay their money and I had to chase this person down and I was doing this and you didn't even understand. The tables didn't come to 5 minutes before you came.
You don't tell.
But you're not going to give them that whole
saying,
piece.
I'm not saying you're supposed to, but
Right.
I'm saying. So I do agree with, I guess, the whole framing.
Right.
So in that instance,
We got her on the truth framing.
It's still lying.
Truth framing. No, so I don't think it's so much of lying, but it's making sure. Well, okay. I don't think it's lying.
I mean, I get where it
truth
should have,
framing.
like in that situation, because when it's professional, I lie to everybody. But to me, it's lying.
Okay,
Because-
got it. I get that.
You see what I'm saying? Because to me, I just wouldn't say it's framing the truth. I would just say I'm lying, because in those moments, I'm Alana James, and I'm gonna tell you anything because I need you to keep giving me your business.
How about that?
It don't matter.
Boop. There it is. That's another alter personality for Ranita.
Sorry.
AKA LaBelle Lemoine. Right. It's another AKA.
America's Most Wanted.
I don't. She wanted by a whole bunch of women that want dresses made. Hello today. So in the second episode, we watched as the ladies rallied around Ranita to support her through the trial of the man that murdered her husband. And Chamia, you had sat through the murder. The trial of the murder. And why did you decide to go?
It's what I needed to do.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I knew she was going through this. Was my girl, and so I was like, okay, well, what you got going on? Who's going to be there for you? Because besides calling and checking in, that's what we do. But who's going with you to something like that? Mm-hmm. And when she was like, nobody, I guess I want to go by myself. And then just knowing like the history that you had with the family and all this, that was just unacceptable. Yeah. So I went for that reason. I didn't want her to be alone.
Yeah.
I was definitely going to be there and supporting her, whether physically or through the phone or whatever, no matter what. But, it had to happen.
I get that. Supporting your sister.
Yeah.
Boop, there it is. Mm-hmm. So, Saucy, we saw you share that your daughter's father died tragically from drug overdose. Was it hard for you to open up about that on the show?
It was hard because I'm a very private person.
Okay.
And especially when it comes to what led up to his death, I really have not discussed that with a lot of people unless you're close to me, you know why. And a lot of it was to protect our children. I don't necessarily want my daughter to know that that's how her father passed away.
Of course.
And also, to his partner that he had a son with. I would want to respect her and what her boundaries are with the situation as well. So,
absolutely.
But I felt like, enough time had passed that, I could share that information. Mm-hmm. So I was okay with that.
That's beautiful. Thank you. You ladies, with these stories, it's one of those things where even in how tough it is, how your resilience shines through, So thank you, ladies, for really giving people that up and close experience with you individually as women and touching on some of the most intimate parts of your life. So that's what's. So Ranita, what made you decide to visit the location where your husband was murdered? Can you walk us through what that day was like for you?
I feel like my story is not just my own story. I feel like it's a story that now that I'm in this club that I didn't sign up for, it truly is it's a club. It's a lot of us out here, and no one really talks about it. You talk about the actual murder. You talk about black on black crime or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But you don't talk about the people that are left behind, the mother. Yeah. The children,
And since it happened, because that's the same place I met him and the same place that he passed away, I haven't been there.
Yeah.
So I drive like 5-10 minutes out of the way to, so I felt like it was something that I needed to force myself to do, because it was like a demon sitting over my head that I couldn't, in order for me to move on in life, be a great mother, be a wife to someone else. I needed to be able to walk through that storm to get to my sunshine.
Yes.
And so I decided, what better platform to do it than to have it filmed, because it can speak to someone else that may not have the courage to go through. So that's what it was. And the walkthrough, it was surreal, because it was strange to go over there and no one was there. You know what I mean? Like the day that it happened, people were outside, kids riding, but like it was just how it normally is.
Yes.
Everybody just having fun and just, whatever. So when we went there, it was like ghost town. There wasn't even no cars in the parking lot hardly. Like it was just strange. But the demon's gone.
That's shame.
So
all praise go up to that.
definitely worth it. Needed that.
That's what's up. Yes. So while the circumstances were tragic, it was wonderful seeing all bond, support each other as you went through these expressed highlights of your lives and hardships of your lives. But everything wasn't all tears. There was, certainly a lot of laughs and amongst you ladies, and y'all definitely keep it toasted up. It stays some champagne on the set, baby, and I bet you.
Got chicken wings.
All times. On deck, and I am a witness. Hello today. We do get our eat on. So who amongst this group is the silliest?
Ooh, that's hard.
It is.
I was thinking saucy.
Really?
Silliest.
I think that as militant as she is, I think Ronita is the silliest. I think that Michelle is the funniest.
Okay.
I agree with that.
Yes,
Michelle.
Hilarious.
And I'm probably just the goofiest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think so.
So Ronita and Chamia had a colorful discussion around their preference when it comes to men. Riding in a car. Hello. Riding in a car. In the passenger seat. Hello. She was not driving. Yes.
Yeah, when I was driving, and there was juice and ice in mine.
Yes, darling.
Juice. Yes, juice. Yes.
Ronita, why is it okay for men to shave and wax everything but their eyebrows?
Because it's so sleek and sexy, and you can just slide all over.
Michelle. Sleek and sexy.
I'm just saying. I like it. Slide.
Slip and slide.
Sorry.
That baby.
I got a lot.
Yeah. That is funny.
It's just,
So, okay.
See, no. Not cat.
Not yet.
Big dog.
Yeah, but why not the unibrow? They can wax their beard, but not the unibrow.
Because that's gay.
Oh.
Oh God, not again.
Did she say it?
And she knew what. Don't be trying to
Switches,
should not
switches.
wax no eyebrows. No.
What about guys that are?
It's too close to
My ex used
What about
to
guys
do
that
this.
are,
Some of them need to.
But what about guys that are
like-
metrosexual? They're straight.
That's gay.
They just groom.
No.
That's
Oh,
gay.
yeah. You're not supposed to have an opinion.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And metrosexual. There's a difference.
But if they're groomed, they're not gonna have a unibrow.
Don't put no wax on your face.
You better not go
So
nowhere
what
near.
about like if they get them like threaded?
No.
No,
That's the same thing.
It's like
Ready?
You gotta sit there and go through that process.
No.
You going through a process.
I'm okay with waxing
I
and
always
shaving,
say that because
but
you know
no.
on Instagram they show the guys.
That's right. Yeah.
It's
They
too
show a lot of
much.
guys
No.
doing a lot of stuff on Instagram that is not right.
So no waxing of the brows, ladies?
No.
I'm okay with waxing
some of them
their
need it.
inner
Some of them,
but just the
yeah.
strip.
Yeah.
If you start coming into here and
No.
shaving and stuff, that's doing too
That's
much.
doing so no arching.
No,
No
no
arching.
arching eyebrows.
So it's like
But you know, it's some men that look good with the arch.
No.
No, okay.
It's a whole bunch
But
of
you
guys.
actually, I'm talking about really to be truthful, the natural arch. It's a natural arch.
Yeah, but don't
You know,
have
okay, all right, but you can't go do it that. Okay,
No.
I get that. All right,
No, you cannot.
okay, I receive
You cannot
it.
manipulate it and get a heart.
Oh my god.
No.
So Shamia's like strong thighs, strong shoulders, a wide back, and fresh off the ranch. That sounds like a cowboy.
I'm fine with that.
A rodeo man.
FarmersOnly.com.
It's a website for everything now. Hello.
There is.
And have you been to the Black Rodeo?
I have.
I heard that. Oh my god.
It's
wait, I got it.
Yes, I have to pearl in it.
Wait a second. Okay. Now I'm calling foul.
okay.
I'm
Why?
calling foul.
Why? What part?
Because you don't like guys that are from small towns. Small country towns.
Well, yeah, like, okay.
Okay.
He could be country, but not be
A San Francisco cowboy?
Right. Not gonna happen. That's a special kind of rodeo.
Teach her how to ride a cowboy, not a horse.
Right. I don't want those. No. But I'm not talking so much about where they're from as much as I think she was talking about physical type.
Right, and I was gonna go into
the
that.
whole,
Like you
if
said,
you lift like you can lift some bales of hay unassisted, or
Yes.
like the baseball player. And I'm a bigger girl too, so it's not like
Right.
I'm saying you got to be cloud with the all that, because I'm not that, and I think that's unfair to impose those physical limitations, restrictions, or my own ideologies on someone else. And certainly, the person that I'm looking at or looking for or with, it's not all about the physical, but we all have our preferences. And I like a man who, you got to be able to handle all this. It's a lot of girls.
Teach them, let them know.
I'm saying, and not to say that big things don't come in small packages, because that's altogether, not true, and they can, but you got to at least be yay high to ride this ride.
Hello, somebody.
So that's all I'm saying. I need to feel, very confident that you can support me, lift me, pick Granny up, the kids, and do all
get real.
groceries.
I'm saying.
I need to look at you and feel like your real name might be Steve, but your ancestral name is Zeke.
Hello.
It's like that. I'm fine with hey, going out there, you got the oxen that's plowing the fields, and you got you pulling the shit.
Yes.
I'm good with that. I'm okay with that. Or whatever. Addy on the show was skinny, and I just that's not my. But
Not her body preference. It's
but
okay.
If this is right, at the end of the day.
I remember him going with something.
But at the end of the day, if his mind is right and it's someone that I can learn from,
Yes.
and that challenges me mentally,
Yes.
then the emotion and the physical attraction will come. And this is really the biggest thing to tame on all of this, is this mind.
Is that mine?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So.
Hello today.
All right.
In the third episode, Chamia and Michelle had a lot to say at the table. Chamia,
Yes, ma'am.
when you said you had a headache, your crab cake, was it crab cake?
Crab cake.
Your
messed
crab
up.
cake.
Yeah, that was
Were
very
you messed up? Were you a little tipsy?
No. So
Okay.
what had happened was had happened. We went to Canvas and Cabernet, and then afterwards we went out to eat and chill and have drinks and stuff like that. And I had a migraine all day. Sometimes I get really horrible migraines. I had the migraine and was trying to push through, have fun, all of that. There was a group of us. People was doing the most.
Right.
A couple folks was doing the most. I have my mouth set on this particular restaurant's crab cakes because I know what they're supposed to be. And then when I got them, they weren't that. And I was very upset. You know how it is when you get your mouth ready for something.
Of course.
So there was that. And then, we were sitting at the table. We were having a conversation. Michelle and I, we were talking about, some of the dialogue that had happened at the table. And I was like, I just didn't want to hear all that at the time. I just didn't.
Okay.
So.
All right.
No, absolutely. And I don't go out and get drunk. I don't do that ever. Well, first of all, I don't ever get drunk anywhere, not even in my home.
Okay.
I'm a mother.
Right.
So I always got to be ready.
Right. Absolutely.
I always got to be ready.
Absolutely.
I might get a little tipsy in my home. I might go out and enjoy my cocktails, but I got to get myself home and I got to be ready to get to my child. So I don't ever go out and get like that.
Right. Too loose. Okay. Well, the conversation, we didn't talk, you wasn't talking ish. Were you referring to Saucy?
Well, at that particular time, yes.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Saucy, did you think Chamia was talking about you, and how did that make you feel?
Honestly, I don't even remember the night that we went to the Cheesecake Factory because I think it was.
But Saucy wasn't tipsy.
Clear air.
That's the
On
first
full.
thing.
Okay.
I was tipsy.
Okay.
And it was it was quite a while ago, so I don't remember exactly what the context of the conversation was.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely it's something to do with what I do.
Okay.
Which is body positivity and
Yes.
God acceptance, blah blah blah. We all know.
Right.
But I know that when I get into that place, I am a very passionate person. I'm a Gemini. So, when it's something that deals with me and what I deal with, I get very passionate about it. And I might have been in that zone, and you were.
She was. And so,
hello, somebody. Call it what it is.
It is. And so, at the table, I was like, I didn't want to hear that at the time. And I was like, can we just sit here and talk about boys and like stuff that don't matter? Because honestly, because, we're always on. And, for me, and as an entrepreneur, as a single parent, working for different companies and my role in my family, I'm always on. So sometimes, especially with my girls, I just want to zone out. I don't want to think about nothing serious. We could talk about a lot of things, but sometimes I don't even want to talk about nothing that's too serious or too trivial.
Right.
I love what Saucy does. And certainly when Michelle and I were sitting at the table, I was saying it in the context of two things. One, we were at dinner. I don't want to talk about that shit.
Right.
I just didn't.
Right.
Number two, the other thing was Saucy's very passionate about what she does. And at that point in our friendship, a lot of times I felt like she was trying to help me get to know who she was and what she's doing.
Okay.
And that's fine. But it was bringing up for me things that I was dealing with my mom.
Okay.
And her health and
triggers
and all of that.
Okay.
So my comments weren't really so much directed at her or what she was saying, what she was, any of that. It wasn't even about her.
Right.
Anything, it was more so about my feelings and where I was with my mom.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it definitely, us being here today is, an testament to how at the end of the day you go through things, you move through them, and you keep on moving, Right. So,
plus I think, the other critical thing was that it was our first endeavor, my first endeavor to start getting to know them, getting to know both ladies. So it was, and I zone out quickly out of a conversation. So I think that night I started talking to my cousin. Well, she's my cousin. Shamia's cousin, Misha.
Right.
So she and I were having our own.
So wait. Okay.
It not literally blood cousin, but she's basically.
That's your family.
Yeah. She, we both zoned out of the conversation. She and I started talking to each other.
Okay.
So,
she was over there clowning too.
Right.
All y'all getting on my nerves. But the thing is, like,
and not because I wasn't interested in what Saucy was saying. But sometimes, obviously I'm the only gay cast member.
Okay.
And all these women are straight. Sometimes I zone out on all their conversations because it doesn't apply to me.
Right. I get that.
I don't want to hear about sucking dick. I don't want to hear about, it doesn't.
Go down the list.
And not right.
Hornblowers.
But I don't. I think one of the things is sometimes I have to think to myself about the conversation that opens up because one, in the end, I should be flattered because they feel comfortable enough with me.
Yes.
That means I'm family, right?
Of course.
They're talking to me about all kinds of stuff
Right.
I really don't want to hear, right? So,
Right.
But then the other thing is that sometimes I'm just like, I don't really have anything to provide in this conversation.
Contribute.
Right, contribute, right. So, so anyway, so that particular night, I just kind of zoned out. Me and Misha were talking, and we were clowning, but
and they was getting on my nerves, and I told her that. And I was like, y'all over there acting like you're doing too damn much.
Right.
I told her that. I mean, that's the thing that people don't realize too, and I've learned in other reality shows that we watched, you hear the cast talk about this. What you're seeing is a snapshot.
Right.
And one of the things that I was very careful to do in the editing process is to edit so that you still get the context and you can follow what's going on.
Right.
But there's still so much that lays on the chopping room floor that you don't see in parts of the conversation
Of course.
that happen that you don't get to see.
Right.
So while I was saying that to Michelle, Saucy and I have had conversations about her advocacy and, you know, things that she does, even how people understand it or don't understand it. Michelle and I have had very candid conversations about, I like this, I don't like this. This is getting on my nerves. Y'all was doing too much. You know, I've said those things to them. That's part of the keeping it real.
Right.
You know, we
real
do that.
talk.
So I let them know that too. You didn't necessarily see that on the show, but I told her, you know, all y'all was getting on my nerves and I had a headache. And then ain't nothing worse than not getting your food together.
Come on.
And you already not feeling good.
Right. That's the worst
And
thing.
I'm very much used to how people perceive me when first meeting me.
Okay.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
It's like you're either going to love Saucy or you're not going to love Saucy.
Right.
You know? And a lot of people don't like Saucy.
Right.
And it's okay.
And guess what?
There's a whole nother.
I continue to live. For those that love her.
Right.
That's what you love me.
Right. As I fly away.
Love it.
But, you know, that's just what it is. So.
Right.
Hashtag fatty free. Anyway.
Hello, somebody.
And hashtag for the record.
For the record.
That it's all love here.
Right.
That's
Absolutely.
all love here. And that we
Absolutely.
support one another.
Indeed.
And all of that. So.
And, yes, and
Father
just to kind of touch upon, like at Stare, Rashida, when she came for Love and Hip Hop, that was one of the things that she spoke about was supporting your sisters, even if you're doing the same things. Still support each other.
Yeah.
Still promote each other. You know, because the way we succeed is through support and unity. You know, and then in other reality sets, we don't get to see that in a fluid way and consistent, because it's like, oh, I had to backbite you before I, supported you or what have you. So, Michelle, you and Chamia have been bonded since childhood. Is that?
No.
I would be your friend now.
Chamia bonded as only children. Oh no, okay. So here's the thing. Okay, let me bring it back. So you bonded. So your bond, the moment that you ladies bonded, was around being only children.
Yes.
Okay, and then your parents had, having elder parents, and then, them having different ailments as growing up, right? So has it been tough for you transitioning from a child to a caretaker with your mothers?
Oh wow, that's a good question.
And Michelle, go first.
It's been yeah, it has been a little bit difficult because when I can only speak for myself, but being raised with a single parent, my mom was everything. Yes. She's still everything, but in a different capacity. Not used to seeing her vulnerable. Not used to seeing her, needing more help from me.
Okay.
And so it's taught me how to have a little bit more patience in the process.
Yeah.
So and it's a frightening process too, because you're used to seeing your parent the strength. You know what I mean?
Of course.
And so it's taught me a lot about how to appreciate her vulnerability now.
Yes.
And now I'm more of the parent in the relationship. So
yeah,
it's different. It's different.
Yes. And then Chamia, for yourself.
So first I want to clarify that I do have other siblings.
Okay.
I'm sitting next to one of my sisters here.
Okay.
But so for the record,
hello,
I grew up with my mom. I'm my mom's only child, and I grew up with her. I did not live with my father, but with my dad, there's 6 of us.
Okay, beautiful.
So I didn't grow up with them, and really, I feel like we're better off because of Shay and I's relationship is bomb.net. You understand? .net, .org, .com, .co, .us, .uk, all of that.
Come on.
Our relationship is that, and while we didn't grow up in a house together, while we didn't grow up in a house together and didn't have that bonding over childhood, certainly we've become closest sisters. And she is one of my deepest confidants now. So I do have other siblings now, but she is my sibling, and there's, like I said, there's 6 of us with my dad.
Right.
But I grew up just with my mom.
Okay.
And because of that, she was my role model in my world, my everything.
Yes.
And I, like Saucy said, I'm a very private person, and I realized in watching, I was like, and my mama was like, well, was the show about me? Or was it about you? The show had a lot to say about my life.
Right? How about
that? Yeah, she did read me. She did read me.
Oh, that's funny.
But, my mom is one of the strongest people God ever created on this earth. And so it has been very difficult watching her go through a lot of the things that she's gone through. Certainly she's had different challenges throughout her life, but this particular season is a very difficult one. And I'm hoping that to her, I'm supporting her in the way that she feels she needs to be supported. And I think that I am. But yeah, it's hard when you see, you watch Superman and you saw when they got stuck in with that kryptonite. You was like, no, what's going to happen? You're going to get it out. You're rooting for the good guy. So I'm rooting for, my mom.
Right.
And that, I know that the Lord isn't done with her yet. And I want to see her fight harder for herself. And I think that's one of the greatest challenges for me, and the things that's hardest for me is, wanting to see her fight harder for herself. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Yeah. That brings up a lot. That does. That brings up a lot in how we see our parents to be the people that really hold it all, right?
Yeah.
And hold it together.
Almost
too.
invincible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Really, yeah.
and I definitely know that in the roles reversing, how you have to step into position that you have never been in.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then show up.
Right.
And may not be ready for it.
Right. And
Yeah.
then show up. So,
Yeah.
thank you for sharing that, because a lot of our people are having that situation and facing that in these days and times.
Right.
And everybody's situation is different, but at the end of the day, just giving voice to that, I think is very powerful.
Right.
So thank you.
Thank you.
So Michelle, we've learned that you believe in science and acceptance of all religions, right? And
I believe in science.
isn't that
I ain't
something?
gonna put up with you anymore insults.
Were you uncomfortable attending the church girl monologues?
You know what? It's initially I was.
Okay.
Initially, I had some reservations about it.
Of course.
And I had some presumptions going into it.
Sorry, I'm having a moment.
Okay. Okay. I had some presumptions about what was going to occur.
Okay.
And so, I went into it a little bit loaded with my own opinion.
Okay.
And because I was, it's like I'm always kind of aware of my surroundings when I go into it.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I heard church girl monologues,
Right.
straight black women talking about religion, trying to save me, right? That was it. So I was like, but I love Chamia.
So I'm all about it.
I'm gonna have to show up.
Team
support.
player.
Right? Exactly.
That's right.
So, but I was very surprised. I was very surprised by the stuff that I heard, the stuff that I saw.
Yes.
So it definitely taught me not to judge a quote unquote a book by its cover. So,
Okay. Yeah, thank you. And then Chamia, what did you take from the monologues?
So first of all, I had invited all the ladies to attend
Okay,
Church Girl
okay.
monologues.
Who showed up?
Michelle.
Okay.
Right.
Power team activate.
Whatever.
I ain't gonna lie, I heard church girl monologue and I was like, church.
No, I didn't. There was some advice I did not receive.
For
the record.
Lord.
No, for the record, I know that I invited everyone to that.
Was it an email invite, a text message invite, or a phone call?
It was probably all of the
Chamia, her
above.
invite.
she'll go on Facebook and then, you know, we got 17,000 invites. You
That's
like,
not true.
No,
First of all, I'm gonna stop you right there because y'all know I don't do social media like that. So I'm not gonna be sending invites on Facebook for stuff. I don't do that.
I didn't get the invite.
Okay, that's fine. I invited everyone.
I'm gonna defend this one. I always get a phone call.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And with you guys,
Or text, yeah.
but there's
Something
text.
like-
We talked about it, and I
Something,
definitely
yeah.
followed with text and all that. But it wasn't on no social media because I ain't about that life. But
Saucy
what
feeling a
I
little left out.
She gonna be all right.
Saucy just wants to be my roommate. That's
No,
she's
Saucy.
supposed to be my roommate, so I can just cook for her every day. That's what it is.
Oh, I
like this.
see. Right,
But
right.
our kids play together and stuff.
yeah, it'd be all good. But actually, one of my girlfriends, Linda, who we saw in episode 1, she invited us to this.
Okay.
And there's Pastor Renee Curel, shout out to you, Pastor Renee,
yes.
put this group of women together.
Okay.
And really what it was about is people have a lot of stereotypes and stigmas about women in the church. We even heard Michelle just talk about what she thought, oh, Lord, they're about to try to lay hands on me and pray the gay out. They're trying to pray the gay out. You know, but it wasn't about that. It was really about them saying, at the end of the day, we're just people just like you.
Yes.
And you looking at me, suited and booted with my hat and all this, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus, but you don't know what I got going on at home.
Right.
You don't know the journey that it took me to get up these steps and into this building today.
Come on.
And it was very powerful.
Yes.
It was so powerful that we're looking in to see how SheBe Lady Productions
Right.
can bring that to a broader audience because it was just
Absolutely.
very, very impactful. Lots of stories about, and these women, they all wrote each one of their monologues.
Yes.
And they told what happened to them, and you saw the pouring out. It was just very deep.
Yeah.
It was spiritually deep. I didn't, have all of those experiences, but it was phenomenal, and it was very refreshing again to get back to that sense of community where we share and we talk about things that we go through.
Yes,
So
yes.
much of us now we're in this I culture, me, mind, my business. It ain't got nothing to do with you, but that's counterintuitive to our nature.
Ashe.
And especially as Black people, and we're a community culture. We're meant to live in herd.
Hello.
So
The village people.
it brought us back to that, and it's good and refreshing to not just hear other people going through or having gone through things that you've gone through and relating to that, but seeing that even if you're in that situation right now, guess what? I could come through.
Yes.
I can survive.
There's a come out on
and
that.
and be even greater. So it was dope.
That's
it was
awesome.
really dope.
Do you ladies know if they're going to be doing it again?
Well, we're gonna
We're
talk.
gonna be doing it.
We're gonna. That's the hope again, is to make that something that comes out under SheBe Lady Productions and bring it out there, because it's definitely. These are stories that people need to hear. So we're just trying to figure out how we're going to do that.
Yes. Well, keep us and keep myself and the viewers tuned in, because I want to attend the church girls monologue. Hello
Absolutely.
today.
Absolutely.
All right.
Too. I was like, what, girl? Eats popcorn. What? Sips tea. It was good.
And
It was
I
good.
think a living room setting would probably be good for that
That could be
too.
good. Look, she's getting on the stage
Oh,
production.
I love
set
somebody.
design. Okay, thank you.
I got a spot for you in Berkeley, baby. There it
Right
is.
at the top.
Boom. All right, and that's a wrap for the scene.
3, 2.
The ladies of My Life Unscrewed wanted to attempt pole dancing, but things didn't quite work out. Kashika.
Yes.
So what happened?
So, unfortunately, the day that we had scheduled the pole dancing class, I could not find my keys to my friend's studio.
Okay.
And that's where I do the pole dancing and stuff like that. And also couldn't find anyone else that had keys to the studio to get in.
Okay.
I tried to connect with someone else, but it just didn't happen. Of course, I found the keys after that.
Okay.
So,
I'm listening.
yes, in a drawer. Yeah, but anyway, which I needed to find them. So, but yeah, so unfortunately, it just didn't work out. But we'll try again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
we'll try
We'd like to hear that.
Yeah.
Are you a pole dance instructor?
So.
But a record.
Instructor. Okay, so I enjoy pole dancing.
Okay.
Let's see, probably 14 years ago,
Okay.
I decided to take a class.
Okay.
And it was also in someone's home.
Okay.
And she actually was a pole dancer. She danced in a club. But great instructor. And she offered to sell some people that were taking the class poles. And I was like, I want one.
Hello.
So I bought one and just, taught myself different things, went to a few more classes. Actually went to a class in LA.
Okay.
I think the instructor, her name was Nicole, the pole, I want to say Williams. I don't know.
Okay.
But there was a guy that taught his class. And talking about too much sauce, I mean, he was great.
Okay.
So I think that taking those classes just kind of like re-energized me, and I'm like, I want to keep learning this. And I actually started with a small group of women in my living room of my apartment.
Okay.
And when people got like in the doorway towards the bedroom and couldn't see anymore, I'm like, okay, I need to move to a different location. So my friend let me use his business office, his studio, because it's very large. Yeah. Had enough room, super high vaulted ceilings. It's like a 10-foot pole or something like that. So yeah. So I have entertained ladies. And only ladies.
She dancing around my question.
No.
She dancing. Okay, I'm listening.
I'm attorney now. Remember that.
I entertained ladies at bachelorette parties. Birthday parties. And get-togethers. Like girls, ladies' night out.
Why haven't we ever had entertainment?
Ranging in age. Let me ranging in age from 20 to 72.
Hello.
Yes.
So pole climbers are all ages.
At all ages. And we had a good time.
Of course.
All ages of pole.
Right.
Yeah, we had a good time.
That's
so
what's up.
yes, I have taught pole classes.
Okay.
Yes.
So will there be a pole session?
There will be.
I don't want to hear about it.
Okay, all right.
We were trying to do a pole class forever.
Okay, all right, ladies.
You have my word that there will be a pole dance session
by 2032.
Not when we're 75.
Okay.
Well, sooner than later.
Yeah.
So, Saucy, you mentioned you wanted to be a stripper at one point, right?
I think go eat the stripper now.
Right. And then she seemed to have some pole tips for the ladies, that night or whatever. Wait. You even disordered in
She took them
Kashika's clothes.
Yeah.
You took them clothes off. You unveiled you was ready in the living room pretty easily.
Ready. I went to college in Atlanta.
Okay.
So, that was during the time where that was a normal thing to do when you went to school in the South.
Okay, all right.
To get naked? To pay for your tuition.
Hello, somebody.
Yeah.
We got to make it by any means necessary.
I was out of state at a private college. And I heard that there was a plus size strip club in Marietta.
Okay.
And I was like, well, if I want to stay in school, we got to get this coin.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't got to do no tricks. I'm cute. I could just, dance around.
Right.
Right?
So what happened?
I didn't go.
Okay.
I just went home.
Coffee. Okay. So do you visit strip clubs often now?
I don't. Actually, I did a pole class in San Jose. And that's how I got, some knowledge of what to do and what to wear, from that class. So.
Okay.
I love going to strip clubs.
But
do you go to them locally here in
I do.
the Bay Area?
I do.
Okay.
But I just I go because I really enjoy watching the women do all the things they can do on the pole. It really is really impressive, and it's not easy to do the things that they do. I mean, and after you try
you are not going to watch a sporting event. You go in there to
well, yeah, we do that too. I mean, you gotta pay them because they're good.
That's what it's entertainment. It's entertainment.
I've seen some impressive things with my own eyes. eyes, not on YouTube. Like,
Okay.
I mean, this
I have been
one.
to Magic City.
This one, she like had her legs wrapped around a pole, but she went forward with her body
Yes.
and like was doing this.
A wave.
And I'm like, oh my god! It wasn't like.
So did you
it
go
was
home and
like,
try to practice it?
No.
Okay.
No, we're not doing that.
Just look up Gigi McGuire.
Right.
Gigi McGuire is one of the baddest pole dancers in the country.
Okay.
Like, has her own studio in Atlanta and New York now, and
Okay.
you know she's super dope. She came
Shout out
from
to
the
the
city.
strippers.
Yes, make that money, baby. It's an art. It's an art to it. It's an art, and I respect the pole dancer. Hello, somebody. I think I might want to open me up a little space, but we don't talk about that. So through the trial and in planning Stare, you weren't feeling well, and it attributed to some stress. Were you shocked to learn that you were pregnant?
Absolutely. I'm not supposed to be able to get pregnant naturally. I thought the doctor was lying. I thought I was going through early menopause.
Oh.
And I told the lady, I'm not pregnant. I said, I can't get pregnant. Don't tell me that. I'm going through early menopause.
Right.
And she had me take the test. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to take the test. It's going to be negative. I'm not. I called the next morning. And she was like, well, normal women are a level between 1 and 5. And she was like real hesitant. And she was like, but your number seems to be, let me pull it up. I mean, like it took her like 5 minutes. Then she was like 10,475, 8, 7, 2, 3, 1, 8, 9, 2, 10, 12.
Off the charts. off the chart.
Like, what
Birth control number.
Yeah, so I was shocked.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
Extremely.
and we're going to get back to that. So, Chamia, you've stated on several occasions that you love penis. Let me say it again. You love penis. On the show, you were recently divorced and started dating.
I wouldn't say that, but go ahead.
Oh. Well, although not looking for a relationship.
Continue what you were saying.
Was it truly hard for you to find friends with benefits?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, it was. And, you know,
Tell us a little more about that.
Yeah, so, you know, I had been with my ex-husband for some time, wasn't looking to jump into a relationship. I mean, honestly, girls got it going on. So I was like, oh, this is going to be a cinch. Because I'm not looking for a relationship. I just want to have friends. And even if you eventually get a relationship, I want to be friends with somebody first.
Right.
And, you know, if we're friends with a little plug on the end, you know, that would be cool. But no, it's hard out here. Guys don't approach me. Like, they just don't. They, like, stand in a corner looking, you know, like shit like that. But no, it's very hard. Very hard. But yeah, all that said, yes, I do love penis.
Okay.
Everything.
So saucy.
It's the right penis. I love the right penis.
Of course, because we got to protect ourselves out here these days.
Yeah.
Hello today.
Okay.
Saucy, you stated that you have a very open and friendly disposition on guys readily approaching you. Is Chamia mean or seemingly mean or closed off? That's funny. To the silly one in the crib.
Like, don't make me sexy.
Okay, so I know we've had this discussion, but Chamia is a very powerful woman, and that comes across. And you know, we discussed the whole, you know, like looking a certain way, and maybe when she's sitting there, she may be
like this?
scowling. Exactly.
Scowling.
And you know, obviously my approach doesn't work either because I don't have a man. So, you know, we can't say either one works. It doesn't matter. So, you know, but I'm always like, and Shamia's like, I wish you would.
I wish you would have your stuff together. That's what it was. I wish you would have your stuff together before you come over here, eat a breath mint, and, have some confidence. For real.
Right.
That's my whole thing. It's like, guys telling me that I'm intimidating, that's some bullshit and a cop-out. Honestly, if you're confident, then approach.
Right.
Don't
I didn't say intimidated. I said you were powerful.
No, but other people have said that to me. Guy friends have told me that, you can be intimidating, and I'm like, well, obviously they're not the right ones. But you gotta be sure about your shit if you're stepping over here, because I'm very sure about mine. I'm very open. I'm a very friendly person. But if you go, that looks scary. Oh, I'm afraid to walk in the door. That's on you. That's not on me.
Right.
And if it means that I'm gonna be a little bit lonely, well, I count it as the Lord spare me for something. So
message to the
Amen.
public. Amen. Saucy, you and Michelle both know Nina Joyner, the owner over at Fillmore 510.
Yes.
So Michelle, how do you know Nina? Is it from watching the porn movies she produced?
No.
You seem surprised.
No, I mean, I don't know. No, I know her from the community.
Okay.
I know her from the community.
That's cool.
And I did the work on her store. No.
All right. So Saucy, how big is your collection of toys? Is it like big or is it like huge?
I think I have a collection that a normal sized woman has.
Okay. Normal size woman.
Yeah, what that mean? Oh, I'm sorry.
Is it like a small
normal
chest?
woman. I'm sorry, a normal woman. The collection size is what a normal woman has.
A normal.
That's what I meant to say.
Okay. So Chamia, are you a dominatrix?
no.
Really into whips and chains?
Right situation. I mean, it depends.
Or a little bondage?
Maybe.
Okay. All right. Well, hey. Hey, boo boo.
The sex dungeon she has in the house.
No sex dungeon. You don't know what this couch converts to.
Hello. Convertible furniture, baby. Convertible furniture. Michelle, walk us through the moment when Chamia gave you the mystery box and asked to join her company.
I didn't know what she was coming with, to be honest with you. Just had this big old box.
Right.
Man, he carried the box in.
Just like Chamia.
Right.
I'm gonna need you to hold this.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Start right now.
I didn't know what she was coming with, and then she asked me to join her in the company, and so I was very, very flattered. Still very flattered.
That's awesome.
Still think I walked into that a little bit. I don't think I asked for the job description.
Okay.
Right. But it is what it is.
Alpaca. That's all.
My. So Kashika, you were at the shop when Chamia and Michelle were getting tattoos. Was there party juice, party punch?
There's always party punch.
Right. Always party punch. Okay.
And yes, even though I wasn't getting a tattoo, I partook in the punch.
Yes.
Partook in the fun.
Right.
Yes.
So Chamia had a crush. Oh, let the church sing.
Oh, yeah. Most.
That's funny.
So bitches pearls that I don't have. My.
Yes. So Michelle, you and Chamia have been friends a long time, and we're also friends at one point with her. We're also friends at one point with her ex-husband. What was it like seeing Chamia with a crush?
It was a little bit. It was weird. I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
So why didn't you like it?
Because she was just goofy. She was just like, I'm like, who is this girl?
I'm always goofy.
Why is she giggling like this?
A little giddy.
It was my first time seeing her like that. I mean, I'm sure she was like that, when she first, met her husband and stuff. But I had never seen that process.
I see.
I've just always seen her like the composed. Right.
I was still composed.
I just wanted to take her to a back room and just slap her around and just get it together.
Apparently not. So Chamia, what happened with your crush?
Absolutely nothing.
Oh damn!
Absolutely nothing. Within your breast. No. Well, I'm open. I'm like, who wants to? Here we go. But Yeah, nothing happened with him particularly.
Okay.
He's a great friend. Shout out. What's up, D?
Yeah.
But for me, it was like a bit of an awakening because he was like the first person I allowed myself to feel anything for. And I think that, I can't speak for other women, but certainly with myself, I was separated for some years from my husband, my ex-husband, and even after the divorce, I wasn't even looking at guys like that. Just was being a mom, working, handling my business, didn't have time for that.
Right.
And so when I finally opened my eyes, and it was kind of like that. Still not wanting a relationship. It's cool to just have a crush. Just because you think somebody is attractive don't mean you want them.
Right.
And most of them dudes at that period of my life, I wasn't trying to be with nobody.
Right.
I wasn't. I was just having fun. So and fun was had.
Yeah. So Chamia, we saw you riding with your mom and having what seemed to be a difficult but necessary conversation. How is your mom doing?
Mom's good. She has her times and her moments and things like that. We all do. But mom's okay.
That's what's up. So now this is one of those questions. How do you feel your family wants you to reconcile with your ex?
I think that a lot of people in my family, for the most part, have accepted that it's done. It's dead. It's over. It's not being resurrected. This ain't Jesus here or a Lazarus situation in this case. It's moved on. But I do think, and I will always love my ex-husband. I think that he's a good person. And certainly the best of him resides in our beautiful son. And we'll always be family. Right. But there are some people I know that are secretly burning candles at night and saging and incense to the gods that we may reconcile. And that's their issue. Right. It's not mine. And that's really the place where I had to get to, acknowledging that other people's desires for me are not my issue. That's on them to deal with their expectations. Of course. And not be bothered by it. Right. So I'm bothered.
Very well put. Hello. Real talk.
For emphasis.
It is.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the season, we saw Chamia LaRae event host 2 events. One was a speed dating mixer called Date Night Bling. Right. Highlight Bling? Okay. And the other was Old School Game Night. So whose idea was it to do the speed dating? This question is for everybody.
I don't remember who came up with it. I know we came up with that. I don't know. I know, there's a lot of frustration when you're a single girl. You go, what I got to do?
Right.
And I know we've had those. Right? So we've had these conversations. I'm not a technology person, so I'm not into the whole online dating, put myself in a catalog kind of thing and swipe. I'm not into. So we've talked about this, and certainly I think all of us are out enough to be seen for somebody to come find me.
Absolutely.
I mean, how many times I gotta go to Safeway in a week for somebody to see me?
I've been to Safeway
I don't really need nothing at the grocery store, so I think
I was just trying
just pushing the cart, putting stuff in there to leave the cart full. It's like I don't want nothing. Ice cream, right? No, you need something on the bottom shelf. But
oh my God. See me.
But I think, Dateline Bling came out as just, out of frustration for one. Okay. As single girls and successful single women who are just tired of, So it was that, and thought it would be something fun. And also at the time, launching SheBe LaRae events and doing some more things in the community. So we thought it would be a good idea.
Okay. Had anyone done that before?
No.
Mm-mm.
Are you gonna do another one?
Michelle's like, yeah. I didn't go to Date Night Bling, so I hope that you guys do.
We'll do that one.
Okay.
Sure.
So Michelle, you supposedly was the one that
I will host it again.
you gonna host? No. So see, what happened to all the guys you was that you had invited?
Yeah, what happened? Michelle to all the men folk.
The promises,
the sober men folk. What happened to all the sober men folk?
They were there.
I was kept her face though.
There she goes.
Yes. So much
two that were sitting.
no. So yeah, we learned that Michelle set us up.
Right. So, but what was the attendance turnout like though? Was it more women than men, or like the women and men? Okay.
Yeah, but there were guys there, but just technically males. Yes.
So we got to do a little better shopping for some better candidates to do some speed dating.
She didn't pull the guys that she said she was gonna pull. She's like, I'm in construction. I know all the men. I was like, oh yeah, we like them strong working men.
Firefighters. Construction workers.
You picture him doing that, looking all it wasn't that.
She was showing pictures.
Yeah, and I was like,
them showers. Oh,
You could have shown that.
Thank you. I forgot about that. Yeah, you did.
This is what's called the setup. This is what's called the real it.
We need to do another one.
Okay.
And Michelle really come through with the info.
I will say this, that if SheBe Lady Events does another Dateline Bling, it will not be a standalone event.
Okay.
It'll be a part of something else.
Okay.
So we'll have a captive audience there, and those who want to participate, then we will. And we also won't be reliant then on Michelle.
Right. That part.
Right. The men. The boys to the yard. No. Not this milkshake over here. This is a malt. I need to shit a little bit more.
Right.
No.
Too funny. So much more successful than Date Night Bling. Old School Game Night was packed and seemed to be a huge success. Did you all attend Old School Game Night?
Absolutely.
Okay. Kashika, how was it?
It was a great event. I had a good time. The food was good. Yes. The drinks were good.
Okay.
Yes. The music was good.
Yes.
And the people were fun.
Awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome. Chamia, is Old School Game Night still happening?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
So we ran Old School Game Night for about a year.
Okay.
Actually, and it was very successful. But I just had several other projects on, and even with the team that we have, it was just a lot for all of us to do. So we want to bring it back. The community has been asking for it. I'm very happy of all the folks that did come and support it.
Right.
And we'll bring it back at some point, but we just have to focus on some other priorities.
Awesome. Thank you.
Will
Thank you so much.
Another more intimate event, table topic.
I'll bring that back to the house.
That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for
So some internal stuff, not so much for the audience, but
Yeah, we could bring that back and do that too. Yeah, I kind of had to just shut a lot of stuff down and focus on some, knocking some stuff out, like MLU and the editing of that. The next season of just a few other projects too. So I had to focus and give it all my attention. I believe in doing things well, not just checking the box and saying that it's done. So I had to give it the time and attention. And fortunate thing is that we know that there's an audience there. There's nothing else like it. And even if someone else tries to do a game night, because we see that. I've been to this winery over here, this little club, restaurant over there, and they say that they have games and this, that, and the other. It's not the SheBe LaRae experience.
How about that?
That's the thing that we bring. So one day.
My brain. SheBe LaRae. So this is the question and comments from the viewers part of the reunion.